Hello, my name is Miss Marilyn Spencer. You have learned that transitions and thought patterns show the relationships of ideas within sentences as well as between sentences and paragraphs. And you studied 4 common types: time order, space order, listing, and classification. Today we will explore some other common thought patterns: the comparison and contrast pattern, the cause and effect pattern, the generalization and example pattern, and the definition and example pattern. The comparison and contrast pattern. Many ideas become clear when they are thought of in relationship to one another. For example, comparing the prices different grocery stores charge makes us smarter shoppers. Likewise, noting the difference between loving and selfish behavior helps us choose partners in life. The comparison and contrast pattern makes it possible for us to see these relationships. In this presentation, we will discuss both comparison and contrast, starting with comparison. After discussing contrast, we will discuss the comparison and contrast pattern. Comparison points out the ways in which 2 or more ideas are alike. Some sample comparison words are similar, like, and just as. The following list contains transitions, words, and phrases of comparison. Read the list. Now read the following examples and notice the words in bold red type. Each of the sentences has 2 topics that are similar in some way. The similarity is the author's main point. The organization and transitions that show comparison are in bold red type. When comparison is used to organize an entire paragraph, the pattern looks like this chart. Read the following sentences which explain the genetic similarities between humans and mice. The organization and transition words are in bold red type. Notice how the addition signal words "in addition" and "another" provide important context clues for understanding the proper order of ideas. Now, determine the logical order of the sentences. Write 1 by the sentence that should come first, 2 by the sentence that should come second, and so on. Click to see the correct answer. Compare your answers to those given. The correct order for the numbers is 2, 1, 4, 3. This slide illustrates how the similarities discussed in the previous slide would appear when placed in a Venn diagram. The similarities are listed in the center part of the diagram where the circles overlap. Contrast points out the ways in which two or more ideas are different. Some sample signal words are different, unlike, and but. The following list contains transition words and phrases of contrast. Read the list. Now read the following examples and notice the words in bold red type. Each of the sentences has two topics that are different in some way. The difference is the author's main point. The organization and transitions that show contrast are in bold red type. When contrast is used to organize an entire paragraph, the pattern looks like this chart. The comparison and contrast pattern, in which the two basic ways of organizing ideas, comparing and contrasting, are combined, is often used by authors when writing an explanation, a description, or an analysis. Read the following list of transition words and phrases that show comparison and contrast. When the comparison and contrast pattern is used to organize an entire paragraph, the pattern looks like this. Now that we have discussed comparison, contrast, the comparison and contrast pattern, and the words and phrases used to signal comparison and contrast, let's practice identifying the comparison and contrast transitions. Read the first part of a paragraph written to show the similarities and differences between two kinds of exercise, yoga and Pilates. After you have identified the transitions used to show comparison and contrast in this part of the paragraph, go back and click at the end of each line and compare your answers to those shown in bold red type. Read the rest of the paragraph. Identify the comparison and contrast transitions, and then compare your answers. This slide illustrates how the similarities and differences between yoga and Pilates would appear if placed in a Venn diagram. The similarities are listed in the center part of the diagram where the circles overlap. The differences are listed in the part of the circles that do not overlap. The cause and effect pattern. The next pattern that we will study is the cause and effect pattern. Sometimes an author talks about why something happened or what results came from an event. A cause states why something happens. An effect states a result or outcome. Sample signal words include because and consequently. Read the list of words and phrases that signal cause and effect. Here are some examples. Read them. Each of these sentences has two topics. One topic causes or has an effect on the second topic. The cause or effect is the author's controlling point. The two topics in the first sentence are memorizing formulas and doing well on the test. This main idea states that memorizing is the cause of doing well. The cause is introduced by the word because. The writer using cause and effect introduces an idea or event and then provides supporting details to show how that idea results in or leads to another idea. Many times the second idea comes about because of the first idea. Thus, the first idea is the cause and the following ideas are the effects. Read the example topic sentence and notice how the author began with the cause, bulimia, and then gave the effects, damages digestive system and damages the heart. At other times, the author will begin with an effect and then give the causes. Read this sentence. The effect, bulimia, may be the result of two causes: poor self-esteem and cultural values. There are other times when the author may wish to emphasize a chain reaction. For example, read the following sentence. Low self-esteem leads to dissatisfaction with one's appearance, which leads to control issues and can ultimately result in bulimia. The generalization and example pattern. In the generalization and example pattern, the author makes a clear statement and then offers an example. Read the sentence about technology and the internet. Notice how the use of the example word makes the relationship between the ideas clear. This graphic illustrates how examples follow a general statement to make the statement clear. Example words that signal an author is giving an instance of a general idea are shown. Read the list of words and phrases that introduce examples. Now practice identifying transitions that show the generalization and example pattern. Read the first sentence. Then identify the example transition that will correctly complete the sentence. Which transition did you choose? Click to see the correct answer. Compare your answer to the answer shown. The correct answer choice is choice B, such as. Read the second sentence and choose the example transition that will best complete it. Which transition did you choose? Click to see the correct answer. Compare your answer to the answer shown. Choice A, for example, is the correct choice. Read the last sentence. Which example transition best completes this sentence? Click to see the correct answer. Compare your answer to the answer shown. The correct answer is choice C, including. The definition and example pattern. Textbooks are full of new words and special terms. Even if the word is common, it can take on a special meaning in a specific course. Authors often include a definition of the new or special term to help students understand the ideas. Then, to make sure the meaning is clear, the author also gives examples. The definition explains the meaning of new, difficult, or special terms. Definitions include words like is, are, and means. The examples follow a definition to show how the word is used or applied in the context. Read the sentence. In this sentence, the term emblem is defined first. Then the author gives 3 examples to make the term clear to the reader. Read the list of words and phrases that introduce definitions. Textbook authors rely heavily on the use of transitions and thought patterns to make information clear and easier to understand. Now we will look at 3 topic sentences that have been taken from college textbooks, and you will be asked to identify the primary thought pattern that each sentence suggests. Read the first sentence, and then identify the primary thought pattern suggested by the sentence. Which thought pattern did you choose? Click to see the correct answer. Compare your answer to the answer shown. The correct answer choice is choice A, cause and effect. Read the second sentence and choose the primary thought pattern suggested by the sentence. Which thought pattern did you choose? Click to see the correct answer. Compare your answer choice to the answer shown. Choice C. Definition is the correct answer. Read the last sentence, sentence 3. Which primary thought pattern is suggested by this sentence? Click to see the correct answer. The correct answer is choice B, comparison and contrast. Now that you have completed your study of more thought patterns, let's test your knowledge of the subject by completing the review. When you have finished, compare your answers to those shown.